A government shutdown is here, and it's just not about politics, it's about people. Federal workers are being sent home. Many non-essential federal services are forced to pause, and home loans are getting delayed. So in this video, I'll break it down in the simplest way possible, what exactly a shutdown is, what actually happens when it hits, and most importantly for home buyers who should wait and who can buy during the shutdown, and which home loans are most affected. So the fiscal year starts from October 1st and runs all the way until September 30th. So it is around this time there is a question whether the federal government is funded or not. Since the lawmakers in Congress were not able to come to an agreement, the federal government called for a shutdown on October 1st. So basically a government shutdown happens when Congress cannot pass a budget. So to avoid the government shutdown, 60 senators have to vote for the funding bill to be passed. If you look at the numbers, there are 53 Republicans, so they need support from 7 more Democrats to get the bill passed. And one argument the Democrats are not supporting is because of the Obama Health Care, the Affordable Care Act health subsidies, which is expiring this year. So they want that also to be included, and the Republicans are unwilling to make any concessions. So the Democrats are not supporting to pass the bill. Beyond this, let's not get into too much politics. So this is just one argument, and there is a lot more political story into it. So what happens during shutdown? The federal workers are furloughed and many federal services are paused. So furloughed in the sense, unfortunately, many federal workers are sent home and they're not even paid during this time. And what's during shutdown? I'll keep it relevant to the real estate point of view. So the national parks are shut down, the small business loans are shut down, and the USCS E-Verify. So the key priorities like biometrics, interviews, premium processing, applications, they all go as planned. But E-Verify services go offline. E-Verify is for new hire verification when you are joining a company as a new employee. So these are paused, and you have to wait if you are doing any loan processing during this time. And I-9 verification and other hiring services go as planned, but E-Verify is under pause. And the most important one is the national flood insurance premium. So if you happen to buy a house which is in the flood zone, you need a flood insurance copy on the file for the loan to be processed and close your home. So the national flood insurance premiums are expiring on September 30th, and no new policies will be issued. So basically you won't get a flood insurance and your loan won't be processed, and you should wait. There are mortgage companies which can bypass this and you can still go ahead and close. But tomorrow if something happens, the builder or lender will not come to your rescue because you don't have a coverage. And I highly recommend to not close the home unless you have flood coverage also. And of course, there are FEMA, the Federal Emergency Services, which will come to your rescue when something happens during this period of time. But the process time is very long, and I highly recommend to wait if you are buying a home under shutdown. And if you're going with a conventional loan and the home is not under flood zone, then the shutdown has absolutely nothing to do with the home buying process. You can just go ahead as planned. So when we look at FHA, VA and USDA loans, so if you're going for a USDA loan, that's for houses which are in the rural areas, you have to take a pause because the loans won't be processed for USDA. So for FHA and VA, VA is for veterans. FHA and VA, the new loans will be processed with little delays because it requires manual underwriting or any extra staff for answering complex queries, then it takes time. So if you're already under contract with the FHA loan, or if you're planning to buy a home, then you don't have an issue. So to answer the question, should you wait till the shutdown if you're going for FHA and VA loan? The simple answer is no. You can go ahead, but be prepared for the long processing times. And I'll just take a minute and explain what's FHA because most of the buyers are not aware of it. FHA is a very popular loan for the first-time home buyers. It simply means Federal Housing Administration. It's a government-insured mortgage program. So it's popular because of its flexibility and requirements. The credit score is just 580, and you just need to put a 3.5% down. So if we do the math for a 500K house, the down payment is 500K into 3.5, that's $17,500. So literally just below $20,000, you can buy a $500,000 house. And I highly advise my clients to go for FHA loan because you can have a lot of liquidity and financial freedom, of course. So there are two premiums that comes with the FHA. One is the primary mortgage insurance, that's PMI, which also applies for the conventional loans when you do less than 20% down. So here it's calculated as the loan amount 482,500 into 0.55 by 12. That's $220, and that stays throughout the 30-year loan term, unless you refinance to a conventional loan and you pay off the 20% down payment. So there is an additional insurance that comes with the FHA, that's upfront mortgage insurance premium. And this is for the bank, because for it to be insured, as they are doing a risk taking less down payment and less credit score. And it's usually loan amount into 1.75. So it's here, it's 482,500 into 1.75. It's $8,443.75. Of course, it looks like a lot. It's almost like half of the down payment, but you can roll it over to the loan amount and pay it in EMIs. Or since it's a buyers-driven market, you can ask for a seller credit, and the sellers and builders are ready to pay for it, and you can forget about it. But someone has to pay for it, and this is important factor in FHA. And FHA has county limits. You cannot buy a $2 million house with FHA loan. So if you want to know which loan you can qualify for, you can click the link in the description below, and I can help you connect it with some of the top lenders. So when we do the biggest purchase in our life, the home buying, we just go with the last minute lender, whoever is available, and see the statement just 1 week before closing. So I highly recommend to go for different options and check with different lenders, because there are a lot of things that goes into the statement. The loan processing, refinancing costs, and underwriting fees, and APR most importantly, and even the interest rate. So you can always buy down the interest rate. It doesn't matter it's 6 or 6.5, whatever the current Fed rate is. I'm not talking about the builder incentives or 2-1 buy downs. I'm telling about the buying down the rate. Literally, like if you want to buy down with every 0.25, you need to purchase one discount point, which is usually 1% of loan amount. So for a 500K loan, in a typical case scenario, it's a conventional, then you do 20% down, then loan amount is 400K. So 1% is $4,000. So if you pay $4,000 upfront, you can bring down from 6.5 to 6.25. If you want to bring all the way to 5%, you can pay $25,000 upfront, and you can bring down the rate. And now sellers and builders are ready to do the buy down, and you can take the advantage, and you can buy at a lower interest. So there are a lot of numbers that goes into it, and this is just an approximation. So a licensed loan officer or lender can give you accurate information based on your credit score and multiple other factors. So I highly advise go with a lender who is super transparent and can give you the best option. So it's that simple. And if you're looking for new construction or luxury homes anywhere in DFW, and you happen to not have a realtor and wish to work with me, you can click the link in the description below, and I'll be happy to hop onto a call and give you the options on deals available in DFW. And I help a lot of clients in negotiations. I can also help you as well. If you're first time to my channel, welcome to my channel $1 Million Listings. I guess for the first time I did not put up any home tour, because I don't want to be insensitive to what's happening around, and take a break and address some of the buyers' concerns. So yeah, make sure you subscribe. It means the world to me. And I'll also start putting up a lot of beautiful luxury home tours in best locations with best deals, so you can get notified. And yeah, so the takeaway is wait. But don't wait too long, because there are a lot of Fed rate cuts that are expected, and the prices might go up. And real estate, it's just like stock market. When things are rock bottom and when it's very slow, that's when you have to buy to make a lot of money.